Do you know what happens when a lowland gorilla stand-up comedian, a functioning alcoholic impressionist, and geeky tech nerd pro wrestler get together? You get the Conte and Kenny Show. And AIDS, probably.
Tell me a story.
See, we got blogs, we got podcasts. The information won't stop. It comes in through your head, eats out your eyes, and it's all crap. See, you gotta dare for greatness these days to get people's attention. Did I get yours?
Tell me a story.
Dreams die.
No, not by themselves. We kill them.
It's 90% bullshit. What is entertaining? Tell me a story.
What?
Tell me a story.
What? Not tomorrow, not after breakfast, now!
Arrogance.
You are shit. Y'all see what I'm tapping? Shut up! Because of my big mouth, I made this woman laugh. You're an idiot. Shut up. Huxley, what are you talking about? You're an idiot. Fuck off. Shut up. Classy. Yeah, that's right. I'm fucking funny. I'm fucking entertaining. Fuck you.
Alcoholism.
Kenny is a functioning alcoholic.
See, I have an alcohol issue. And
Issue?
Yeah, it's an issue. It's an issue. I'm not a problem. It's just an issue. I'm my own kind of reckless disaster. I'm fucking German. I might be Jewish, too. But I was a fucking Jedi.
Kenny likes to drink.
I was drunk. Let's all go skinny dipping. My problem is, I don't have a problem. I work all day. I come home. I have a couple of drinks. It's psychologically bad for my penis.
Arrogance and alcoholism. The Conte and Kenny Show.
And don't forget me, Joey Image.
The vision is real. The power is reawakening. The fear is reborn. Because they have returned. Because they have returned.
All right, welcome all of you Jalen Hurtses and Patrick Mahomeses. Welcome to the Conte and Kenny Show, also known as Arrogance and Alcoholism with a side of spandex. We're here live every Monday night at 7 p.m. on the 100 Proof Podcasting YouTube channel. Check out all our shows wherever you get your podcasts. And if you're listening live or you're just listening to the show on YouTube, please give the episode a like. It helps the channel out. And join the chat room, subscribe to the show, and be part of the show. Join the chat. What's going on? Oh, there's Kenny. Oh,
way to clear your throat just as Sean, the super producer, puts the mics on. All it was arrogance and alcoholism, and you hear him go.
Where the hell did Kenny go? He was just there.
I was here a minute ago.
Kenny. Yeah, but it's
just
okay,
like
as long as he can hear you.
Just like $1.50 eggs. I was here a minute ago. Not eggs. They're $18.
Yeah.
You know what? All right. I didn't even. I was going to talk about this, but there is a conspiracy. I have 10 chickens.
There is. Of course,
I have 10
there
chickens.
Is. Yeah, what they're doing is they're injecting chickens with liberal fucking tears, so it makes fucking
you went political.
The eggs go up now, and now. Yeah, you know what's funny? This is politics in a nutshell. All right, fuck all this shit. When eggs were getting expensive, when Biden was president, all the people on the right were complaining about the eggs. Now they're really expensive under Trump, and now nobody on the right is saying anything, and everybody on the left is saying something. So it's a bunch of fucking nonsense. I'm sick and tired of all this
Hold
shit.
on a second.
A conspiracy. You know what?
What
Dude,
I'm
I took
telling
a
you.
dump yesterday. There's a conspiracy that my toilet actually sucks all the fucking poo out of my butthole. I don't even push anymore, man. That's what the toilets are doing. They're actually giving you colon cancer. I don't know if you knew that. This is stupid. I don't want to hear conspiracy theories anymore.
Why are you
Everything's
getting
a fucking
weird?
conspiracy theory.
Why are you
What?
getting all weird? I'm telling you
Weird?
from a farmer's mouth. I got 10 chickens over here. Hadn't laid an egg in 6 weeks because it's the saltpeter. It's like prison food.
Okay, you're a farmer. Okay,
I don't go anywhere near them fuckers. I don't go.
You're a
Oh, I didn't even realize this, but it leads into my disrespect this morning. But there is seriously like it's winter, so the chickens don't really lay eggs. They just kind of cool out in the wintertime. Right. So listen to this one.
We've been paying $3-4 a dozen for eggs. We paid $7.50 on Sunday or Saturday. So I don't care. I don't
Beef from
care.
Australia.
Go ahead.
Lamb chops from Kazakhstan. What's the world coming to?
That's not lamb. It's from Kazakhstan.
The hell is that?
Ma, I'm on the air.
Oh, dude, does she not know by now that you're on the air?
I just saw her 30
camera's
seconds
not
ago.
on, so we don't know.
I just talked to her 30 seconds ago.
You're 40 feet away from her. How does she not know you're on the air for
I'm one level above, 8 feet. I'm one level above. I just saw her. I took the recyclables out. She's like, what do you want for dinner? I'm like, I'm doing the show. I'll eat afterwards.
Okay.
And of course, she didn't say anything. She just hung up the phone.
Oh, my God. It's so funny. Anyway, go ahead. Let me give you. Give me your.
She has. They have 10 chickens.
Before you do that, hold on. For all of our QAnon listeners and all that, we all know that last week we did a whole thing about my dad who passed away, and all my QAnon friends. My dad did not fake his own death. Okay, just to let you guys know, he did not fake his own death. He did not get picked up by Chinese diplomats, and now he's in Beijing helping with the new COVID-20 strain. Okay, so just so everybody knows, okay, my dad is gone in the great beyond. Okay, go ahead.
He's a Mason building churches outside of Graceland. Next to Elvis and that fucking pastor guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's supposed to be Elvis? Doesn't even fucking look like it. Just because he walks the same. Have you seen that? There's a guy, Jack something or other.
Yeah, the pastor.
The pastor.
My friend, she's a huge Elvis fan, and she knows all about the conspiracy.
When he walks, like his gait, he like kicks his leg. He's got like a loose leg, and they're like, "Oh, that's Elvis's leg shake." You know, it doesn't even fucking look like him. Anyways, hey, Patrick Bean's in the chat room. What up there, Pat? Oh man, old school buddy. Patrick Bean in there.
Oh, Patrick Bean, another fellow April Fool's Day and April Fool.
Yeah.
And
his fucking
I think he's still burning it up out in Arizona.
His picture right there looks like he's way too mature and sophisticated to be listening to us.
I've known him since he was about 15. Yeah, I know his I know his parents, his father.
A moron like we are.
Yeah, his father used to take him to shows. Yeah, he's one of the good guys.
I don't think he was that
well,
young,
because he was a pussy and he couldn't drive himself until he was 22. I didn't want to say that.
Okay,
Patrick.
Now we're just making shit up now about Patrick Bean. That's good.
I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to say that.
Yeah, he only started comedy because of a really bad heat rash that he got from a hooker, and that's why he started doing comedy.
I didn't want to burn any I didn't want to bring anything down. But so all right.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
This happened before. And like when I was in prison and the military, they would give you saltpeter. Saltpeter is the shit, the powdered stuff in the eggs, okay?
Right.
Especially in the military, nobody was getting hard-ons. And I was like, for my cousin Dennis, who also was in prison, would call me and say, don't eat the eggs because they put the saltpeter in it. Once I stopped eating the eggs, granted, you know what I mean? I was also showering with 74 other guys. But it was still
right.
Well, that's why you
didn't get an erection then. Yeah, they didn't want anybody to be outed. They didn't want to, you know what I mean? There's 74 guys and there are 4 dudes with erections. You're like, oh boy, I don't know if this is a good thing.
So,
hey guys, have some eggs, all right?
Like during the
hey, you 4 eggs all day.
Hey, anybody want any eggs? Anybody want any eggs? Anyways,
you for? You want it sunny side up or down? Hey, how you doing?
You're not eating those eggs, are you, fly boy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, so during the summertime, we can't give the eggs away. There's, dozens and dozens of eggs. They pop out of there like it's a fucking, like it's lollipops out of a machine at the grocery store. You know what I mean? It's just like egg after egg. Can't give enough of them away. Fill the fridge. Neighbors, family members, everything. So it's the wintertime, it shuts down. So I think it is the saltpeter that they're putting in this chicken feed in order to bring down the production and raise the prices. It's one of those little things, just like Monsanto and all this other conspiracy theory shit.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you, this is how I've been disrespected. And let me ask you guys. You guys have known me long enough. I think I was completely disrespected on the funny that I made this morning.
Go ahead, dickwad. You're not disrespected.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. I appreciate that. nice fucking underground disrespecttion over there. You need to do that one, you fucking under the cloak.
Go ahead.
Under the cloak of friendship, I'm still disrespected.
Yeah, that's a very thick cloak, by the way. Go ahead.
In the Northeast, you guys, are there. We had an inch of snow, inch and a half of snow down here. Then we had a blanket of ice. Okay.
Okay.
Now in the wintertime, when the chicken coop is connected to the garden, probably about 20 by 20, the garden is. So in the wintertime, the chickens go in the garden, not in the summer because they shit and it's salmonella. You get bird flu. So they're not allowed in the garden. When it's all said and done, they go in and dig around and eat worms or whatever they do. So 7:30, 8 o'clock. It was a little bit after 8 because I texted you. A little after 8, and I go out there, and the chickens are out, but when they see me, they think I'm going to give them fucking food. So they all come running towards me. It's a sheet of ice, okay? Sheet of ice. Okay. All of them, wings up, skating on the sheet of ice, trying to stop before they hit the fence. Okay? They're sliding on the ice because they're running, all right? And their little feeties can't grab. Their little claws can't grab. So they're sliding on the ice and skating.
Hang on. Did one of them hit one of the other ones in the knee to get to the feed bag before the other ones did?
I didn't have any
on the
feet.
Tanya Harding reference? Wow. Okay.
Oh!
Why? Go ahead.
Yeah. Why me?
I don't care if I bomb. I'm in the mood, so go ahead.
I'm gonna disrespect that one. That wasn't that bad. I won't disrespect them, I should say.
Okay.
So as I see these, I'm by myself. It's just it's in the morning. By myself, I see all of them slide and skid right into the fence. So I says out loud, I go, "What do you guys think this is? Rockefeller Center?"
Oh my God!
Come on!
That's so bad and hilarious.
That was a good one. I'll give you that one.
I've told eight people of that. 7 of them looked at me like I fucking had no eyes. Fucking Ed, that was brilliant.
Nope, I appreciate that one.
And you said it to them. You said that to them with nobody
like they were the
around.
peanut gallery. Nobody around. It just popped into my head. And I go, hey, what do you think this is? Rockefeller Center? It's because they're skating around on the ice. To the chickens. To the 10 chickens running and skating around on the ice.
You felt disrespected because none of them laughed.
They didn't laugh. No. The people that I told how hilarious I am, they didn't laugh.
You felt disrespected because none of the chickens laughed.
Yeah, the chickens don't laugh.
Like, wait a minute. Wait a second. You have more fucking problems than you think if you were waiting for the fucking chickens to start cackling at your joke.
They could have chimed in. I've got the transgender chicken could have chimed in, but I got nothing.
A little bit.
Yeah. Hey, kaboo. The transgender one. She goes in the morning. She goes, kadoo. She thinks she's a cock. Anyways, so they didn't laugh. And neither did half the people I told about that either. And I thought it was fucking funny.
It's fucking funny, yeah. It's stupid
Yeah.
and funny at the same time. It's stupid funny. Of course, it's stupid and funny, and Joey thinks it's hilarious. Of course, it works perfectly.
No, 8:15 in the morning.
It works for me.
8:15 in the morning, half stoned, because I was hammering down the booze at the Super Bowl, watching the Super Bowl, not at the Super Bowl, and I was kind of foggy.
I'm still delirious. I would have laughed for a week.
Yeah, well, it's like see, on Mondays in my business, I don't usually work on Mondays. Mondays is like a weekend day most of the time, you know.
Right.
So Sunday nights, when everyone's all tucked in their jammies, getting ready for school or work the next day, it's like a Saturday night for me. So you add on a Yankee game, a playoff game, or a Super Bowl or something.
Right.
I indulge a little bit more than I should, as on like an ordinary night. You know.
Yeah. That's
so
the same for
that
me.
might have been
Mondays
where
are like a weekend for me.
Right. Exactly.
I don't work.
Exactly. So that might have been why I was a little enthusiastic about my Rockefeller Center.
Let's ask our spendifulous producer, Shawnee, what do you think of Kenny's joke? And I love the idea that Kenny, the idea that what makes this so funny is that Kenny said it to the chickens. Like he didn't think it.
Yeah. No,
he said it to them.
Yeah.
What do you think, Shawnee?
Well, I feel like the bigger joke is the fact he said it to chickens. What insane psychopath are you that you're practicing your joke on an animal that can survive with its head cut off?
Yeah,
he's practicing his fucking set in front of chickens and then not getting a.
Dude, you have to understand where I am. I'm in the back of the garage, which has a little veranda. Okay,
I love that there always has to be a way to justify. Dude, you have to understand though.
Yeah, because
you have to understand they're really smart chickens.
Between
they usually laugh at his jokes.
Between the chickens and the wild rabbits, and there's also 7 birdhouses right in my vicinity, and the little sparrows will buzz my tower. They'll fly under my chair, and I have to like almost grab my nuts because they kamikaze right past me because they think it's their house. And I'm like, no. And I tell them out loud, I go, this is my fucking spot. Beat it. And I shake the garbage cans to make noise because I run the roost over there. I'm Alpha 1. You know what I mean? I'm the guy. So you fucking leave me alone.
Alpha
Joe knows this honestly. Joe Conte, I'm going to give him the utmost respect right now because to this day, he said one of the funniest things my mother's ever heard when I told her about it. I'm sitting in the chair. You'll remember. I'm sitting in the chair, and it's got to be 7 o'clock in the morning. That's usually when I talk to Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's springtime, and there's a bird feeder. And the squirrels come down and they eat the nuts. They leave nuts and shit and all kinds of stuff for them, for the wild fauna. And so the squirrels come down and the birds swoop in and eat all the stuff. And in the springtime, the blue jays come back, and so do the cardinals. Okay, so you've got a blue jay and you got a cardinal. So I'm on the phone with Joe talking about probably work or something medial, and I go, "Holy shit! The blue jay is fighting a cardinal." And Joe Conte goes, "What, do you throw high and inside?" Mic drop. Mic drop. Done. Fucking mic done. Over. Pack it up. Turn the sound off. Turn the lights off. We're all going home after that one. Not a fucking nanosecond went by, and he goes, "What, do you throw high and inside?" Are you fucking kidding me?
I like that.
Oh my God. I forgot about that.
Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not a baseball fan, there's a baseball team called the Blue Jays and the Cardinals, and they were having a fight, and he gave them some chin music, like we say in the ballpark, like we say, little high and tight, like we say in the ballpark. I'll let him smell one. You know, we can throw right by his face.
Smell one.
Yeah, I'll let him smell
I've
one.
never heard that one. I've never heard that.
Oh, never? No.
Baseball. No, and I know what
Yeah,
it means. In other words, you're throwing it inside. I'll let him smell one. Never heard that
I'm gonna let him smell
Never.
one. How about this one? Turk Wendell said it on national TV, where he's a relief pitcher. He was the one that had to brush his teeth in between.
Teeth around his
teeth,
neck,
yes.
Right?
And he had to brush his teeth in between every inning in the dugout. So he's a relief pitcher. So if there was a lefty up, the manager would be like, get Wendell up, get him to warm up, get him heated up. So he got heated up and then he got cold. Then he got heated up and got cold. Like 5 different times. He started throwing and never got in a ball game. So they're like, after the game, they go, you got up a bunch of times, but you never got in a game. And he goes, yeah, I was kind of pissed because I'm in the bullpen dry humping, waiting to get in a ball game. Dry humping. I was in the bullpen dry humping. Yeah, because he never got in a game, but he kept warming up. So it was like useless.
Oh, so he called it dry humping that he kept
called
getting
it
up to.
Yeah.
And then he would sit
He
back
didn't get in
down.
a game.
That's funny.
I love that's pretty funny.
Yeah, but
he
dry
got blue
humping.
baseballs. He got blue baseballs.
Oh! Pitches and catches. Pitches and catches. 1 week.
That's a good one.
Brought to you by Bob Euchre and just a bit out what's
just a bit outside.
Benny Agbayani, Mets 9, Astros
9-5 here.
9-5.
Oh, fucking Bob Murphy. Oh my
Bob
God,
Murphy.
I love the way that guy.
Bob Murphy.
I love the way that guy talked. Oh, it was just fantastic.
Absolutely.
Benny Agbayani, it's 9-5, and the New York Mets coming up in the bottom of the 6th inning. And I could listen to Bob Murphy talk all day.
Yeah, then you have John Sterling. He's no more. Well, he'll be there once in a while, but it is high, it is far, it is gone. Oh wait, he caught it.
Yeah. Sterling is like, it is high, it is far. It's a dribbler down the third base line.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about, John?
He caught it.
Who's the guy that? Who was the guy that used to do that Artie Lang used to talk about in his bit? Was it? That
was
Harry
number
Carey?
2, Derek Jeter. Is that guy?
That's Bob Shepard.
Bob Shepard?
No. Yeah. He would do the same thing. It's high, it's far. Oh, he caught it at first.
What? That's John. That's John Sterling. Yes, that's who he's talking about. John.
The
Sterling.
PA announcer was Bob Shepard for 50-something years. Now batting
number 3,
Derek Jeter. Number 2. Bob Euchre just died. Euchre was a classic.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Bob?
We talked about it.
Did you ever see his induction? Did we talk about his induction speech?
No,
to the Hall of Fame.
I don't think I ever saw it.
No, but I know he got like a special. It's like Abbott Costello were in the Hall of Fame also for their who's
he was like the worst player in the league, but
but he was a legendary
dude. He never took that offensively.
He
fucking made it work.
Yeah, he was always on the Tonight Show and stuff. I remember him as a kid, but he's always a cut up, and he goes.
I love.
My father. It says my father wanted me to play sports, so he wanted everything. He did whatever he could. So he got me this football, and we were throwing it around and we were kicking it, and it just didn't really work. So my neighbor came by and put some air in it, and it changed everything.
Yeah, if you just look up Bob Euchre,
Bob Euchre Hall of Fame, hilarious.
He was awesome.
Yeah,
he was hilarious.
Another thing too was we used to say when you were on a hitting streak, or you're really seeing the ball good, you're ripping tits.
You're ripping tits. Either. Never heard that. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, ripping tits. And the classic one is somebody who strikes out a lot. He couldn't hear the bear in the ass with a banjo.
That I've heard.
Yes,
Never heard that before.
Ripping tits. I don't know.
Yeah, ripping tits.
That sounds like,
ripping tits.
Sounds like a couple of oncologist surgeons that I know. Hey,
yeah. There's a couple of classic ones, but that's a lot of you. I said Yogi.
I have to watch that speech.
You really do. He's hilarious. He's always funny.
I don't know how
I've never.
I must have seen it years ago. I don't know how I never saw it.
Probably.
I don't remember.
Yeah. It was maybe 10 years ago or so, but it's very, very funny. He's always been funny. And
my father passed away in 2018. He probably watched it live and made me watch it. He was a big Bob Uecker fan.
Oh, it's your dad's generation. You know what I mean? He was,
Yeah.
and he always made fun of
yeah.
himself. You know, he always self-deprecated himself how bad he was.
Oh, yeah.
But he made the majors. You know, he was on like 3 different teams, and he became a huge announcer. But baseball stuff like that, it's always like it's fun when you're on the that ball's so far that would have been out of most parks. Name one, Yellowstone. You know, when you're sitting in the dugout spitting chaw, you know, with the men.
Yeah, you just go out and look and you'll find like so many. I think he had one thing where he was like, my son and or he said something about being he was very proud that he was I forgot, it was like rookie of the year or something like that, but it was something about it was his fourth year in the league or something like that. He just always had all these funny ass self-deprecating, never took himself serious ever.
Yeah, that's what was so great about him.
The guy was on Mr. Belvedere. He was the star of a TV sitcom.
That's where I first saw him on Mr. Belvedere. Yeah, I mean, he carved out
in movies and stuff.
Career.
Amazing career.
I love the stories from Artie and Norm on like the Stern Show. They did a whole segment where they just told Bob Uecker stories. It was hilarious.
You're right. Norm Macdonald was a big fan. Yeah. I've heard a bunch of those.
They were good friends. Tell Artie to go fuck himself.
He
called him what the hell did he call him? Not Artie Lang. He called him something else. Artie Pritchard or some shit. He thought it was his last name. I forget.
And Norm does like a Bob Uecker impression. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He was a big fan.
Yeah, it's really funny because Bob Uecker was like this old guy, and he'd be looking at this girl, and he would be doing he told the story where he would be like doing announcing, and he had a cough button, so when you cough, you hit the mute button or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, just right in the middle of a play, he would hit the mute button and go, look at the tits on the chicken in the third row, and then go right back to like nothing happened. Like
he would hit the cough button, and he'd be like, just a bit outside. And he'd come back and like in between,
and you wouldn't even listen to it. You wouldn't even know that he
this guy's ripping tits.
Hilarious, yeah, just so funny.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Couple of weeks. Couple of weeks.
That Belvedere, that guy takes up the Hershey Highway. That's like one of his quotes. Artie was like, I think it was Artie who was telling the story, and he's like, we were just sitting there like talking about baseball one day, and out of nowhere, Uecker just says, "Hey, that Belvedere takes up the Hershey Highway." Holy shit!
And
they went right back into the conversation.
I'll say, hey, Shawnee, are you there?
No, he's asleep, dude. He doesn't listen.
He's asleep.
Show.
Okay.
Yeah, I fell asleep.
Hold on.
He doesn't listen to this show.
Are you kidding?
You got to hear
this. Turns it on when we
this.
tell him to, and off when Joe says, "All right, take care," and then he turns it off.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, exactly.
I got to send this to you, Shawnee. Shawnee,
did you get the commercial I sent you?
I got everything. I got like 6 things.
Oh yeah, I got that. That's hilarious. Yeah, that commercial. I used to do college radio with my buddy Tony. He was going to William Patterson, and I never went to college, and not long. And they told him, "Hey, bring anybody you want in on Friday nights for your radio show or whatever. Doesn't matter if they're a student or whatever." So he asked me if I wanted to do it, and I said, "Yeah, okay." And we used to play that commercial like once a week. It's fucking hilarious.
Joey, Joe Conte, you've heard this, but I don't think Joey has. And since we're just talking about baseball, we're gonna get into the Super Bowl in a second.
Football's fake.
It's brutal, but
Joe got the
dude, my internet is like I got
Joe got the irony right away when I said that.
Uzbekistan has better internet than I have right now.
Of course, that's how they made Borat.
Cripes.
Exactly. Yeah,
it's nice.
Brutal.
Kenny
is like the modern day Borat, but Kenny is Snorat.
Oh!
Your internet, you sound fine. It's just your camera died or something.
No, my camera was up. Shawnee was just playing around.
No.
Oh, no. Every time you look down, Kenny, your camera dies.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't joking about that.
No kidding. There's some going on with my internet around the neighborhood. Like my phone is slow as shit. There's some kind
It's
of
like if you're
conspiracy
not
theory.
showing that camera your beautiful face, it doesn't want to see
My
anything, so
fucking
shut
Dell
up.
Inspiron has been eating saltpeter. Something. Just like the fucking chickens. So, Sean, when you get it, Shawnee, you'll see this if you can pop it. It's a little short notice. I'm sorry. If you can't pop it up, don't worry about it. I can explain it.
It's always short notice.
Yeah.
You mean so you just sent it to him now?
I just sent it to him now. Yeah, I don't know if
Very
you're doing
short
it.
notice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
short
very
notice.
short. I didn't think we were going to talk baseball, but it's one of my favorites of
not?
all time. And it's what you call it? Are you able to pass it on, Sean, or should I just tell him?
I'm trying to download it right now.
Okay, it's Gary Thorne. Okay, he's
No. Who's Gary
one of the
Thorne?
bigger announcers. Gary Thorne. He's a big time announcer.
Okay.
He's been
For
he's
MLB?
This is an MLB game, but he usually does the Mets. He got a big time job with the Mets.
He's on radio or TV?
His camera put itself out of its misery. Patrick Bean's got jokes.
Patrick
Bean's got jokes.
Put itself out of its misery.
Yeah, he's got jokes.
Oh, yeah. Kenny's camera faked its own death. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
That's a conspiracy.
Wait till
There's
you
a
turn
conspiracy
50,
for you,
Patrick Bean. Well, he should be getting it. I've known him 25 years. Cocksucker.
Yeah.
Got jokes.
Patrick's
Everybody's
still
got
out in
jokes.
Arizona or Seattle.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Arizona.
Seattle?
I believe Arizona.
I think Patrick was the first person to tell me because his old man was living in Seattle, and I think Patrick was the first. I think I'm. Tell me if I'm wrong, Patrick. That his father, when he moved to Seattle, and then he was talking to him. He's like, "Hey, so it must rain every day." He goes, "No, it doesn't rain every day in Seattle. We just tell people that so people don't come to fucking
Don't
Seattle."
come over here. Yeah.
And I don't know if it was him, but somebody, their dad was living there and told them that, and I thought it was hilarious. Like, "Psst, we just say that. We just don't want people fucking moving into
Yeah.
Seattle," which is just great.
Yeah, because it's about 2 weeks away from turning into Portland, which is just a hippie fentanyl hideaway.
Hippie
Portland is-
fentanyl hideaway.
Yeah, Portland was an up and coming city until the fucking hippies got there, and they're
Patrick
jacking
Bean says
everything
that
up.
wasn't me. Not sure who it was.
Yeah, but yeah, Shawnee, if you don't have it, I can just tell him, or I can play it on my phone. But it's okay. I don't want to waste.
Oh, I just finished.
Well, you know what?
playing
Why
it.
don't we get into the Super Bowl?
Okay, you got
and
it.
then,
Hold on a second.
You know,
He just
sure.
got it. He just got it.
One's ready now.
So this is Gary. This is one of my favorites of an announcer having a little bit of a flub. Okay, mid ball game.
Runner going down to third base. Nice play, Machado. He'll make the throw over. Pujols is retarded. Retired.
Retarded.
Pujols
Who
is
did you
retarded.
say?
Yeah. I remember
did you
that
say
one.
it about?
Yeah.
Pujols.
Pujols
Grounded to
is
Machado.
retired.
Okay.
And he had the rhythm to it. He goes ground ball to Machado. I'm going to throw to first, and Pujols is. You're supposed to say retired. Pujols is retarded.
Pujols is retarded. Retired.
I never heard that.
Retired. Yeah, that's a classic
heard that
one.
one.
Thank you, Shawnee.
Funny.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's funny.
Pujols is retarded. Like when you.
I'm telling
when
you,
you
that's
flub-
like something
Oh
you
my
could
God.
take that and make it into like an AI song,
I was
Pujols
just
is
thinking that.
retarded. Pujols is retired. It's just
Yeah.
it
Oh,
flows
man.
like you said, a rhythm, real rhythm.
That's
When
hilarious.
there's been like newscasters and stuff that have like flubbed the words like he sucked the dick, he sucked the thing. I remember there was the Metuchen Edison Review was a small little newspaper that was built out of Metuchen, and it's
Yeah,
a
I've
small
seen it.
town surrounded. Yeah, and there was
I know
a
there's a lot
big,
of
they have a big
pedophiles in
sports-
Metuchen.
yes St. Joe's.
What are you
St.
doing?
Joe's.
I'm a touchdown.
Yeah, St. Joe's is
They
the
have a
private
big
school.
sports
that was-
complex in there. There used to be a lot of wrestling shows there.
Right, exactly. So it's a little town inside of a town, and Paul McCartney hangs out there on the main street. And so it used to be a newspaper, and I would read it because like my friends would have ink in there, you know what I mean, with sports stuff and everything. And it was a wrestler I forget his name, but I have the paper somewhere. It was a newspaper, and he said he was leading by 7 points or something, but he was getting very tired, and he was sucking cock instead of wind. Instead of wind.
Oh my God!
They printed it.
Sucking
They
cock instead of sucking wind.
Instead of sucking wind, he said he was very tired. He was worn out, and he was sucking cock instead of sucking wind. Would have fit right there.
That's a lot of cock if it makes you exhausted. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Do they not proofread this paper before it goes to press?
What do you exactly? What are you, Freddie Mercury?
Or maybe they did, and that was in there on purpose.
Somebody was pissed off or something, but someone's got to edit that stuff. You know what I mean? Now this is before spell check. This is before the internet. When you actually got a newspaper.
Hold on a second. Stop. Do not blame spell check on wind and cock. Okay?
Yeah, because
you don't need spell check. You don't need spell check to go. You know what? How do you spell wind? Charlie, I think it's C-O-C-K. Thanks, Bert. I appreciate it. He's sucking cock.
It wouldn't pick it up anyway because that's not spelled wrong.
Yeah. W and S are way off the map. On I'm sorry, W and C. Wind and cock is way on the other side of the map. You're basically on the other side of the map. You start with C, basically, and you end with W. So you can't really fuck it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I couldn't believe it. I read it and I was like, Ma, did you see this?
I have to see this.
Yeah, I have it somewhere. I do.
You have a copy of it? Oh my God!
I do. I
saved it and post it. You should take a picture of it and post it.
Yeah, I gotta find it.
Take a picture of it and then send it to Shawnee, and we'll put it up. Like next week or something. That's funny.
Yeah, I gotta find it somewhere. I've all my mementos are in, and my keepsakes are in the storage unit.
How many do you have? One? Do you have uno?
I think I might have two. Yeah, I might have a couple of it.
Dos mementos.
Uno momento. Nothing on that.
One moment. One moment in time.
I think I need some weed. I'm sorry. Whatever. So let's talk about this Super Bowl real quick. The game sucked, but it sucked even more because me and my wife, we had a $500 box, and it was one of those that every minute when it
I'm
got
not going to
to
say anything about your wife.
starts at 15. It starts at 15.
Joey,
minutes. When it gets to 14 minutes. Oh, what did he say? I missed it.
Kenny got it. Joe blew right over it.
Joey. He said he's not going to say anything about your wife's $500 box.
Oh, believe me, it cost me way more than $500, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
That looks like your wife's box is like one of those old time tickers, like on the gas pump, where it just keeps running. You know what I mean?
Or an old time taxi.
An old time taxi.
Yeah.
You take the labia and you just flip it on its side, and then it just starts fucking running. It's like
Shboom,
in fucking
shboom.
airplane.
Bring,
Yeah.
bring.
Yeah. There's just a taxi in front of the airport, just running through the whole movie.
Joey, well played.
Hold on, Aku Mugen. Kenny is thinking of the Asian airplane that went down, and an intern told the press the captain's name was Something Wong. Oh,
boy, not bad though. Not bad though.
Aku, you hit so many home runs. What happened?
I've heard worse.
Oh boy, Aku.
Don't forget the co-pilot
was like,
too. We too low.
Was it the co-pilot?
We too low? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the co-pilot's
that's
name.
actually kind of funny. Actually,
the co-pilot was Something Wong, and we too low.
We too low. Something Wong is not.
I'm
funny,
getting
this
this is getting better and better by the second for me. Okay?
Way too low.
Way too low.
So that's like, do you ever hear that old joke? What do you call a Spanish woman with no legs? Consuelo. You never heard that one? Consuelo.
I never. Consuelo.
Consuelo.
I never heard that in a million years.
I get it.
You never heard it? Aku said it actually happened, but his name was not Something Wong. Stop.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Consuelo. Consuelo. That's a good one.
No, it's
I love
not.
it.
It's stupid. But so anyway, we had a $500 box that we did where every minute when it got to the zero. So in other words, when it hit 14 minutes, whatever that score is, you win $833. And then at 13, 12, 11, all the way down to zero, and then all 4 quarters. And we didn't even get close. And then the game sucked because it was a blowout, and I didn't give a shit about the game. I don't even care if it was a good game or I mean, it would have been nice if it was a good game, but I was just fucking like wanting one of my boxes to hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And,
Real quick, 2 joints in the chat room is making challenger jokes.
Oh,
from 1986.
That's
that fucking joke is from 1986 when the challenge.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Any Krista McAuliffe joke, I'm ready to go. Ready to power up. Go K to
I
power
forgot,
up.
what was there was a Krista McAuliffe joke, right?
There was a lot of challenger jokes. But they stopped saying them 30 years ago.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That happened in 86. It's fucking 2024.
January of 86.
I love it.
25.
So I won. I lost altogether. I lost about $50, but I won on a $10 Worthy on the Chiefs to score a touchdown. I had Goddard, Worthy.
He got one.
Worthy got one. Yeah. So I kind of like evened out, and I went to Jersey Mike's. I had a couple of Sams. Me and my mother and my stepfather, they wanted I made some pigs in a blanket, made some potato skins.
You did with your Super Bowl pool winnings. You went to Jersey Mike's and got fucking sandwiches.
I went to Jersey Mike's before.
I love it.
You really know how to fucking treat yourself good, Ken. You really
bro.
You had a party.
Listen to this.
The big bucks,
I wasn't cooking. I had wingdings, but I was like, I don't feel like fucking cooking. So I tried to DoorDash Jersey Mike's, and it wouldn't let me for some reason. So I go to Jersey Mike's. It's only a mile and a half away. And I think I could.
That's why I wouldn't let you DoorDash, because it said, "What are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah, what are you, lazy fat bastard? Get in your car. But I had snow all over the car. It was all ice. I didn't feel like scraping it. I didn't want to drive. I had to anyway. Dude, I go there. I got the last 3 fucking whole wheat rolls out of bread. The whole place was fucking out of bread.
Sure was.
They were
man.
fucking
Super Bowl
slammed.
Sunday.
Yeah. And he's like,
absolutely,
and the guy, I guess, who owned the place, I've seen him before. He's a nice guy. He looks almost like a Joey. He's got like, kind of like a gray beard, but he's a big guy. He's tall, very nice. And he had a couple of kids with him. Dude, there was shit everywhere. Lettuce and fucking tomatoes all over the place. You want to talk about being in the weeds. They must have been slammed because he's like, I'm making bread. It's going to be about 30 minutes. It's proofing right now. I'm so sorry. Because it's Super Bowl Sunday, they didn't expect such a rush.
Yeah.
Because jerk-offs like me have to go there and order Sam's at 6 o'clock in the evening,
All right. Can you stop doing that?
What?
Stop calling them Sam's. All right? Stop that.
You don't like that?
And he also,
Sammy's.
Kenny, and then when he has dinner, he goes, I'm going to get some Dins.
I
want to fucking rip your face off of your skull. Dins.
I
gotta have Dins. I gotta get a couple of Sam's for Dims. I wish you would get a couple of shotguns and put them to your heads for fucking dinner, you piece of shit. Jesus Christ.
You know what?
Sam's Dins.
I'd make him black and white, but he's already there.
Oh, he's black. You know what? Just take all of the cells out of his body, all right? Fucking Shawnee, just fucking let's end this. Fucking Dins and Sam's. And then another thing. Now, we have a friend who we met years ago, who's a big friend of ours, and we met, she became a listener to the show, and we all became friends with her, and her name is Robin. And she's out of her mind, and she's hilarious, and she's awesome. But them two, they fucking drive me crazy. Now, Kenny is, of course, named Kenny Michaels. and her name is Robin. So he calls her Rob, and she calls him Mike. And I want to fucking push them both off a cliff. I wish they Thelma Louise themselves off a fucking cliff in a convertible.
Great
and then
Robs,
Robs,
I call it. Yeah, Robs.
Robs.
Hey, Robs.
And Mike. Hey, Mike. Hey, I gotta call Robs. I'm like, go fuck yourself, both of you, with that fucking shit.
JoJo. You know what's funny? You know what's funny is I got my nieces and everybody calling. Like a chicken, we call it a yard bird. They'll say
that's funny.
We're gonna get some dins, but they'll say it. They'll say, "What do you want to do for dins?" My mother says it. Yeah, it's more fun. It's more fun.
I've heard Yardbird before. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Patrick in the chat. Kenny acts like a boomer unless he wants to abbreviate words. Then he becomes an insufferable Gen Z. That's kind of true.
That is, yeah.
He does. He's an old man. He calls a chicken a yard bird. He calls a refrigerator an icebox. But then it's Dins, Robs, Mikes, and Sams. Like fucking 10 of the worst names ever. Like I just fucking it's so.
And
bad.
then when I get a new watch, I have some drip. Like what's
drip. I've heard Rob. Yeah. I've heard the Rob thing before. I never heard Mike though, and I've talked to her before.
Yeah,
But what do you mean drips? What does that mean?
Chains, watches.
That's like the new
bling.
Yeah, bling. That's like the new fucking.
Yeah, good clothes.
Kenny, you are not young enough to say drip.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. We're close.
Legally not allowed to say it.
Unless
I'm nowhere near
unless you're talking about your sex life, then you could talk about drip all you fucking.
No, my incontinence because I have to wear a lady pad because my dick dribbles when I'm doing manual labor. That's the only drip I get.
Hey, I tell you, I'm all right now.
That's what I could say. If you got a lot of necklaces and jewelry and wrist, what do you call those? What do you call the thing that goes around your wrist? No, a chain.
A bracelet?
Watch?
Bracelet.
So
I was at
drips.
I was at an emergency fan moment. Yeah, you're dripping. So you're dripping with all the stuff.
Oh, you're dripping with all this shit.
You got a lot of. I got a lot of drip.
Speaking of drip. So the big thing on social media today is every single person over the age of 40 fucking years old whining and complaining and crying about the halftime show. Now, listen, I heard of Kendrick Lamar, never knew his shit, right? I like old hip hop. I'm a 55-year-old fucking Gen Z, not boomer. I mean, a Gen X, not boomer, Shawnee. But hey, listen, I saw it. I didn't understand what the fuck what he was saying, but I found it. I thought it was interesting. I liked the choreography. I liked the whole thing. I mean, come on, dude. Samuel fucking L. Jackson. He was playing Uncle Sam. And there was some sort of, cryptic thing that they were talking about and the 4 game things and you see from above. I thought it was, I didn't care for the song or for the music, for the songs, but it was interesting and it was somewhat entertaining. And I am so almost embarrassed at people my age, the way they whine and complain like people that were their age when we were fucking 17 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's like if it was 1994 and Metallica was playing at the halftime, people that were fucking in their 50s then would have been like, how come we can't have the Andrews sisters playing in the fucking halftime? What is going on? Bing Crosby would do a better job than this metal stuff. Kill your mother, kill you. You sound fucking old.
If Perry Cuomo's not here, I'm going home.
Exactly.
He's making
dude,
fun of it.
Dude, the halftime fucking thing is for young people. So quit your fucking bitching, okay? Nobody watches it anyway. You're going to drop fucking 8 dukes that you just fucking because of the 30 wings that you had between first quarter and second quarter. So what do you care? It's like, dude, who cares? Oh, I want to. Somebody put up. I think I think it was Kevin Garifo put. Hey, listen, boomers, your Rolling Stones are not coming out of fucking retirement to play at the fucking halftime. So just stop your complaining. And it's true. It's like, listen, I mean, dude, you know how many rock bands have played? I looked up just today. I was looking at all the different groups that have played over the years. Dude, there wasn't a lot of rock. I mean, The Who, Stones, and Aerosmith. Those are only the real rock bands that have played since like 1991.
Janet Jackson with Timberlake with the tit.
It's all pop shit, dude. It's all pop.
Prince.
It's for young people.
It's gotta be, right.
You know,
I think like
Maroon,
Maroon 5, Coldplay.
Maroon 5, yeah, they're a pop band. Yeah, Coldplay. Yeah. You know, they're popular. You know, they were pop stuff back then. It's like, what do you want? What do you want? Like, what do you want?
I want Zamfir. You want Zamfir, master of the pan flute to play.
Yeah, but it's pathetic, dude. Just stop complaining about everything. Like, you're complaining about the halftime show. Like, this is your big problem in life.
Right.
Hey, Joey.
It's unbelievable.
Joey, watch this. Joe Conte, I wish I could give you some insight on this, but during the halftime show, I was eating my dins.
Were you going to give me the?
Were you going to give me the
straight dope? Were you going to give me the straight dope on Kendrick Lamar? You fucking.
I didn't see Kendrick Lamar because I was eating my Sam's for dins.
You were eating your Sam's for dins, but I'll give you the straight dope tomorrow.
Is he about it? I didn't, dude. I thought that dude was an NBA player. So when I heard he was going to be the halftime show, I like, what is he going to do?
You were
like 3-pointers for fucking 10
like
minutes?
Is he one of those Muggsy Bogues guys that's like 5'3", but he can slam dunk?
He's a Compton guy. He's like Ice Cube. He's a Compton guy.
You know what?
Wears
Dodgers
my
wife and I have been to Compton. It ain't that fucking bad. Okay, we went to Applebee's in Compton with a black woman. It ain't that bad.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, is married to a white guy, so we're good.
Tell Nipsey Hussle that Compton sucks.
We're good.
Yeah. Fucking Nipsey Hussle.
But he wears Dodger blue. Yeah, he wears Dodger blue because he's a Crip. But inside his, from what I understand, I'm not a big fan because I like older hip hop. I'm a Tribe Called Quest guy.
Me too. I don't know anything by Kendrick Lamar.
Right. Older stuff like that.
But
he's
very
mid-90s and earlier, maybe.
Yeah. He's a very storyteller, like lyricist kind of a thing. I don't know if we're gonna get to it tonight, but I actually have this guy Anthony Vincent. I started watching it because he does
Tony Vinny.
He does impressions of singers, okay? Doing like one of the ones
he does. They were the real people. You would think they're the real people.
Yeah, Chris Cornell doing "Oh Holy Night."
Oh yeah. I got that.
He does impressions. You think it's like he sounds like the real people.
It's the actual person.
Oh shit, Eddie Youngman. They're talking about what's
they're at the fucking Copa or whatever.
Yeah, they're at the Copa. Yeah.
No, they were talking about Sammy Davis Jr.
Sammy Davis Jr.
But
fuck you think?
But anyway,
what are you fucking attracted to? What are you fucking talking about?
Yeah, I'd order Manischewitz, but it looked funny on my table.
Funny on my table. Yeah, exactly.
This guy Anthony Vincent. He does Chris Cornell at like all the inflection doing "Oh Holy Night," like a Christmas song, Christmas song. But he does. Shawnee, can you play the one where he does Britney Spears as Ozzy Osbourne?
Please sing Hit Me Baby one more time in Ozzy style. I really need to hear it. Well, I did the full version. Let's go.
Oh, baby, how was I supposed to know that something wasn't right here? Oh, baby, I shouldn't have let you go.
I think a completely different song.
like a mashup within a mashup.
Yes, but yeah, he does it all himself. Hey, Shawnee, can you play that? This is him doing Chris Cornell singing a Christmas song, and just listen to like Chris Cornell's one of the greatest voices we've had in a long time.
All time,
You know, and
Sure
listen
was,
to what. But what he does is he catches the inflection. He just did Ozzy Osbourne doing Britney Spears. You know what I mean? It's really fun, and he's got 1,000 of these. So, Shawnee, if you could play that one real quick, just a few seconds of it, you can hear like. See, that's like a Soundgarden song, like Black Hole's Fun, but it's all Holy Night.
That's really good, actually, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah, that is good. Nice.
He's got
I
a
don't
ton of
know the lyrics.
and
Oh,
I
holy night!
think
You could have told me that was. You could have told me that was fucking the
Chris Cornell.
car wash by from DC Cab, and I would have thought,
the
oh,
Bay
okay,
City
an
Rollers?
interesting fucking version.
Yeah,
Great movie.
the Bay City Rollers. Yeah, yeah.
Now, what's this guy's
Neil
name?
Sedaka does ABBA, you know, but he does all
That was
kinds
Anthony
of
Vincent.
Anthony Vincent, and I think
That's Anthony
it
Vincent,
sounds like his
okay.
accent's from New York, and I'd love to have him
Okay.
on the air and just talk to him about it because he does a ton of them, like all kinds of just different.
Have him do like 4 different voices, and we just talk to all 4 different people.
yeah, exactly. He's like,
Well, let me ask Sean. Shawnee, if we wanted to have like a guest come on,
it would zoom in.
They would be able to. We'd be able to put in like another person, maybe up in the up in the up, let me see.
The corner
we can
above
throw a lot
Trevor,
of
in the
people
corner
on here.
below where I am, or something.
Yeah, put a lot of people on there.
No.
Yeah.
All
we can
right.
throw
Yeah, because
people
I
on top
definitely
of
want to
people.
have. Well, listen, it's bad enough that there's 3 of us on this fucking show. Like we need fucking
And
7
it's
more
us.
fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or should we get a little bit something like this?
I gotta get my internet fixed.
Can you make Kenny go
We-
back
we
and
actually
forth
have-
like that? Like
We actually
it
have
looks
Joe
like an
behind
Atari
Joe.
video game. It looks like an Atari
I
video
think
game.
he's
It's just
like
great.
shooting missiles
Come on,
and
we're trying to hold on. I'm going
It's
to
like
try to
duck-
get Kenny. Ooh,
Fucking
hold on.
duck hunt.
yeah, the fucking
Duck
dog.
The fucking duck hunt. Dude, shoot at it.
Look at that. It's fucking 1940s Pitfall, everybody. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I still love that game.
That's a nice seersucker suit right there, bro. That's some.
It
That's
is
some-
very nice. for
Yeah,
sure.
look at me. I'm dripping. I got a lot of drip right there.
Oh, shut up.
See what I did there
You
for
and
the
your
kids?
you with your Susquehanna Hat Company fucking hat.
Susquehanna
Ah,
hat.
Shit. Stupid
Susquehanna
bow
hat.
tie. Susquehanna hat.
I love it. So the Super Bowl, I was unimpressed with the commercials. I didn't really see one that was like that's like the big thing is
I
basically
forgot.
when
Yeah,
it's
the
like
commercials.
when if it's not like the Jets or the Giants or somebody in the Super Bowl, I watch it because it's an event, okay? And
Hold on. Patrick said it's like a carnival game with the duck shooting.
yeah,
Yeah, Kenny
With
back and
Kenny
forth.
going back and forth. That's trying to
you gotta
shoot
fill
Kenny.
you gotta fill my mouth up with water so the balloon pops.
Yeah, exactly.
Kenny's head
Um,
pop.
That's great. Missile
Well, I was-
Command Ravenite. Missile
Yes,
With
remember
Kenny, it's
Missile
more like
Commando?
Missile Commando.
That's Atari.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Atari
Atari 2400. Yeah.
26,
like
2600,
WC
come on.
Yes, 2600.
WC.
Yes,
Absolutely,
Raven,
absolutely.
I do. And my fucking side profile looks like Alfred Hitchcock. I know. I'm
Yes.
losing weight.
And
I'm
Kenny
giving-
can also juggle 3 bottles of Jack Daniels too, like fucking W.C. Field. You know he was
Yeah.
an amazing juggler. Do you
he
guys
was
know
a
that?
com- he was
What a
absolutely.
weird,
He was.
what a
I have
weird
video.
trivia fact that is.
Dude, if you
Yeah,
ever
he
want,
was-
go just look up W.C. Fields juggle.
He
was
WC
tremendous.
Phil? Who's Phil?
WC Fields. He
WC
said Phil.
Fields.
I thought he said
Joe
Phil.
Conte talks like when I bit my tongue 3 days ago, and dude, I keep biting it like 6 times a day. Like, because my tongue's swollen. Everything's swollen on me right now. I'm so fat.
What did
it's
Aku
disgusting.
That's what happens.
just said,
That's what happens when you found all the weight that Joe lost, Kenny.
I know. Yeah, it's been right in my pockets. Yeah, it's
Hang
in
on
my
a second.
trunk.
Aku,
It's all over the
Aku,
place.
says, "Hey, Aku says, hey Conti, guess what I found?" We'll wait to see. Shawnee, put it up when he actually says what he found. I'm just wondering what he found. But yeah, listen, the Super Bowl now comes down to the fact it's about food, it's about the Super Bowl boxes, it's about the commercials, and it's about the halftime game. Because most people that watch the game,
Right.
who even love football, like I love football, but it ain't my fucking team. You know what I mean?
No,
And it's
no,
like,
no.
unless it's like a real underdog, you know, like if it was Detroit, I would be like, holy shit, you know, I'm gonna fucking root for them. But
And
that's
Joe
what that's
also-
what the whole thing is.
You know what
That's
I was
it is.
wondering? I didn't see any of it, right? But I was wondering, since Philly won, how much of Philadelphia is still standing?
They
after
burnt
they
the
fucking
shit
lit it on
down,
fire?
Joey.
None.
They
Did
burnt
they?
it down. Yes.
Did they?
have video of it. Yeah, they fucking went
Yeah, that
nuts.
makes sense.
And
That's
I was
logical.
saying, I'm like, oh, where's the now? Listen, I will never put money on the city of Philly. I like, and I've enjoyed all my times there, but the teams fucking suck. I can't stand the fans. So what do you? Oh yeah, I'm from Philly. Let's go to our favorite neighborhood and burn down everything we like. Our favorite sandwich shops, our coffee
makes sense.
bar, our fucking gas stations, our come and goes, our quick checks, our Wawas. Let's burn it all down to the ground.
Why does Wawa get
So
that
on
fucking hard
so on
out?
Tuesday,
Wawa!
so on Tuesday we got nothing. You idiots,
Hold on a second.
fucking assholes.
So Aku has something for me or for the show, and he says Shawnee has it. Shawnee, you gonna play it?
I mean, I could, or I could see how angry Aku gets if I don't.
Yeah, go play it. He's a good.
Oh,
He's a good fan.
Do you want to get
He's a
Aku
good
angry?
Actually.
I mean, a little bit.
All right. Well,
I see you have a
well,
beef.
no,
You got your own side thing over there. Let's see what he's got and see if it sucks.
from a
San
San Francisco TV station reporting the names of the flight crew.
Coroner is
in the-
still
oh,
trying
no.
to determine the cause of death
Oh.
and whether she was already
Jesus.
dead when the truck hit her. We have new information now. Also,
Oh my
on
God,
the
there it is.
crash,
Holy fuck.
KTVU has just learned the names of the 4 pilots who were on board the flight. They are Captain Sum Ting Wong,
Oh my
Wee
God.
Tu Lo,
You know,
Ho Lee Fook, and Bang Ding Ao. The NTSB has confirmed these are the names of the pilots on board.
Come
the flight
Oh
when it
my
crashed.
God, they
We are
got
working to
trolled
determine
so
exactly what roles
bad.
each of them played during the landing on Saturday.
What year was this? Was this before like trolling? Looney Tunes. What was that?
Oh my God! Somebody in the newsroom was trolling, and you know what? I'm an intern. I don't give a fuck about this job. I am
Yeah.
going to have a blast, and I will be infamous
That's-
at every bar that I ever go
Holy
to. And
fuck.
oh my God,
That's someone
Something
going.
Wong.
That's someone going.
Once she had to figure out what she got the holy fuck and said.
Now
"Poop."
she is saying
Yeah.
she's reading those names like it's breaking news. Somebody
Yeah.
was like, "Breaking news! We have the pilots' names." And holy
Yeah.
cremoli, they effed that one
That's
up.
fucking
I've seen
great.
something like that before, but
I didn't know
come
that
on.
was real.
So and back to Philadelphia.
Bing, bang, ow.
By the way, Aku, that's fucking hilarious. They greased. Patrick says they greased the light poles in Philadelphia so they couldn't climb them. So
Nope.
they ripped one out of the
They
ground
ripped it out.
and carried
Yeah.
it down the street. Who was that?
I'm
Was
from
it-
Philly. Let's put the safety measures like a red and green light in an intersection on my way to work or school, and let's rip it down so no one can pass through there and have to sit in traffic for fucking 8 hours because let's just rip this down because we won. Big pieces
That's
of
just-
shit.
That's
Oh,
just.
cool.
a-
Did
that's-
anything happen to that guy? Did he get in any kind of trouble after that happened? Or after
don't
that
know.
was
I would be
after that
impressed.
was
No, there was
podcast?
like 17 of them. They chopped it. They ripped it out of the fucking. They ripped it out of the street and they're walking around with a fucking
No. I was talking about the Kenny. I was talking about the list of names for that flight.
Oh, the plane.
Yeah, I was wondering if anything
intern.
happened after that. If anyone got in trouble.
Well, they said it was an intern at an air control company, so obviously somebody
so it was
was
an
just being
intern.
a dick.
Probably wasn't getting paid.
Yeah, it wasn't getting paid.
Probably wasn't
Just
getting
wanted
paid.
to
Was
have-
there fucking
Hey,
76
after
hours a day.
3 rounds, you're sucking cock. You know what I mean? A wrestling match. Shit
Yeah.
happens, bro. Shit happens. You got to be
Still gotta
careful.
find that one.
I will say, listen, the one thing I will say about Philly, and yes, I know their fans are known. Here, I'll tell you a quick how terrible the Philly fans are. A friend of mine years ago went to an Eagles game, and he went with a friend of his and their little 10-year-old kid at the time. And I guess they're playing Dallas, and the kid's wearing Dallas gear, and their seats are like the last row, and then like 15 feet away is the concession stand. So the little kid, he's like 10 or 11, and he's like, "Hey, Daddy, I want some nachos." And he's like, "All right." And he was like, you know what? He's right there. He gives him the money. You know, how far, he's 15 feet away. He lets the kid go by himself to go get nachos.
Right.
He goes to get the nachos. He comes back 3 minutes later, and the kid is covered in nachos.
Melted cheese.
So some douchebag saw the kid with a Dallas Cowboys jersey and took the nachos and smashed them over the fucking kid's head. Like, are you that fucking pathetic?
I think
That's
it's
the
funny.
one.
I wouldn't do
The,
it. But I think it's funny.
The captain of the
it's-
police department. He was hammered and made himself vomit on the kids in front of him at a Phillies game. It was like Phillies against Anaheim or something, and they were Anaheim. So the guy was like, they were arguing, and the son of a bitch put his fingers down his throat and threw up on the entire family. They were pelting Santa
think
Claus
of
with
me?
snowballs. Yeah, how do you think of that? What kind of animal are you that you would fucking like be like, oh, this is the best thing I could do right now is make myself throw up on children. You fucking
you gotta
zeros.
go home. You got to go home to your Philadelphia fan wife. Come on, we're not animal over here. You know what I mean?
You go home.
She ain't gonna divorce you. She's not gonna divorce
She
you.
ain't
She'll
gonna
kill him,
divorce.
but she won't
You gotta
divorce
go
him.
home. You gotta go home. But
Yeah,
you know,
dude,
like
it's there.
every-
But the
every
one thing
show-
that I what?
every show, every bar that I've hung out with, I love the town. The town is great. Just like
Yeah,
Boston.
yeah.
Boston is a great town. I think Patrick Bean lived up in Boston for a while, if I'm not mistaken.
Beantown.
Oh,
that's
look
called
what he
that.
did. Yeah, I think he was up there somewhere.
But the one cool thing
I love
about
the
Philly-
towns.
Yeah, but here's the thing about Philly that I do like when it comes to sports, because I live in North Jersey, okay? We have 9 different sports teams, right? And nobody gives a shit about Rutgers. Nobody cares about college, right? So you have Yankees, Mets, you have Giants, Jets, you have Islanders, Rangers, Devils. And then the Knicks and the Nets.
Right.
And there isn't really a camaraderie. But when you go to Philly, everybody is an Eagles fan.
They're wearing the same
a
shit,
fucking
yeah.
Flyers fan or a Phillies fan. And there's something cool about that. When you're hanging out in Philly, everybody has that shit on. Like, you don't see Dallas gear, but in Jersey, we see everything. We see all and so that part of it is cool, but they're still scumbags as fans.
Yeah,
It's just
my father has been he's retired now, but he was a New Jersey Transit bus driver for 20 years or whatever, and he's a huge Mets fan, but he's based out of Galloway, down by like Atlantic City.
Oh yeah,
15 minutes outside Atlantic City.
Which is Philly.
And
Philly, that's Philly,
Philly
area.
And when I tell you, he'll go to like Outback Steakhouse wearing a Mets hat, and out of nowhere, someone who'll be sitting at a table will come up to him, and he's at the bar with his wife, and they'll come up to him and go, "Your fucking team sucks." Do you have to take your time at a dinner to actually walk up to the bar and just insult a Mets fan because that's how much you love the Phillies? Eat shit. and suck a dick, you fucking cocksuckers. Sorry about the
Yeah,
language.
you're
but-
taking time out of your day
Yeah.
randomly.
So
Just for that.
your mashed potatoes are getting cold. Your blooming onion is getting cold because you want to
Your
tell a
blooming
Mets
onion's
fan that
getting
they
cold.
suck. And my father can't take
Yeah.
it. He's like, I'm getting into a fist fight here. He's had to defend himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not
I
so
never
much that-
understood it, dude.
Yeah, wear a hat for like his team pride. You know, he takes too much shit. So they can eat shit.
Yeah, I never.
Knock down all the stoplights so as many people in Philly die as possible. Take out all the fire hydrants too. Take out all the fire hydrants. Every safety precaution. Go burn it down. So you're all dead by pitching catchers.
Yeah,
Fucking
it's listen, I'm a Jets fan, all right. I've been going to Jets games since like 1989, and I just dude, I love this team. I'm as big of a fan as you could get,
Sure,
but I
big-
could
yeah, big
never,
one.
I could never see myself getting
Take
into
down a
an
li-
altercation with another grown up because he roots for a different team. Like it doesn't. I don't even understand it now.
And when
if
they
you're just,
when they
now,
win, you're gonna go burn the town down.
And you know it's
now,
funny.
I will say there is protocol. Okay, when you're at a visiting, if you're at a visiting, like if you're at if you're not a Jets fan and the Jets are playing, I don't know, the Raiders, and you're a Raiders fan, there are certain things, there are unwritten rules. What you do, you don't like, you cheer for your team, you clap, whatever, but you don't get drunk, right? And then stand up when your team is up 21-3, and then look behind you to the rows up behind you and look at everybody and go, that's right, your fucking team sucks, Raiders. And then you just act like a complete asshole, right? Then people get fucking pissy with you. But if
Yeah,
you're
the only
just
thing that's
sitting there,
good
dude,
for is like 11-second videos on the internet, guys fighting.
yeah, because then somebody gets punched in the face and they get knocked out, and then it's funny.
and
They get dragged away from security.
fucking
They roll
11-year-old
down
with
3 fucking
nachos.
rows of seats in front of them.
Yeah, 11-year-old with his Ezekiel Elliott jersey, nachos covered.
Covered in nachos.
You know what's funny? Is when Joe was talking to a Philly fan, he said grown up. He didn't say adult. He said grown up like a child. Because
grown
we're
up.
children.
Yeah, you can't be
Not an
you know
adult.
what I mean?
Like,
they
let me just
can't
talk
be
to an
grown-ups.
adult. Yeah, it can't be grown ups. They're not.
You can't
not
be
even close to
grown-ups.
adults.
Did I ever tell you the story? One day we were leaving a Jets game, right? And
I wish that
the
plane
Jets
crash
had-
was bigger. Ooh, sorry.
What plane crash?
The one that went
What are you
100,
talking
200, the one that went 200 miles an hour into the street and spread body parts all over the neighborhood.
Couple
In
weeks
Philly?
ago.
Christ, okay.
Yeah.
Like a week and a half ago. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But so
Bigger
I'll give
plane.
you an idea of what kind of a
Sorry.
Jets fan I am. All right. So the Jets were playing the Patriots and they beat the Patriots. I think it was the 2009 opening home game, right? And the Patriots already won 2 Super Bowls. They're being the Patriots, right? So we're leaving and the Jets won, right? And they were like, I was with like 2 of my friends, and they were like 3 guys in front of us, like 15 feet in front of us, all wearing, Patriot jerseys. And all of a sudden I go, hey, check this out, guys. I go, hey, guys. Hey, fellas. And they turn around and they give me a look. And I go, can I ask you guys a question? And they give me a look like, what? They're rolling their eyes like they expect me to just, be like, fucking. And I just went to them. I said, can I ask you guys a question? They're like, what's up? I'm like, so what's it like rooting for a winner? I just want to know, how does it feel to be a winner where you have a fucking football team that actually wins games for you?
They love you
we
now,
won this
right?
game. It's adorable. But they had their guard up because they thought we were going to be dicks to them. And
Right,
then
you totally swerved
they
them.
just laughed. And I was like, yeah, I'm jealous. Yeah, we won this game. Whoop-de-fucking-do. I'm jealous of you guys.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's
that's
one
the
game.
extent of it. You know what I mean? Like, I'll even tell you a quick story when it was Dan Marino's last season. All right. And when we used to get every year, we would get Miami for the home Miami game. My sister would get us these same 4
Isotoners?
seats from her boss. What's that?
Isotoners.
Isotoners?
Isotoners.
My sister would get us isotoners. Get it?
So, so
sorry.
So because we get these seats, they're 45-yard line, 10 rows back, lower level. My brother, because my brother's a crazy guy, crazy person too. We have to get there like an hour and a half before the game even starts, right? So they're out there in like T-shirts and they're practicing, right? And Marino, there's not a whole lot of people in the stadium at this point, and Marino's out there throwing the ball around. And dude, Jet fans are just screaming all of this shit at Dan Marino. He's old now. It's his last season. They're like, "You old fucking man, get in the wheelchair. You suck." And they're just screaming all this shit, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, I want to say something. And all of a sudden, it got quiet. And with my big, loud, obnoxious voice, I went, "Hey, Marino." I go, "You sucked in Ace Ventura. You couldn't sell a fucking isotoner glove to save your life. And you're the worst actor ever." And dude, like fucking 10 people standing around me, they fucking looked at me like, "What are you talking about?" I go, "People, he's a Hall of Famer. I'm not going to say he sucks, but I can make fun of his acting, okay?"
You passive aggressive pussy.
Treated. That's how I treat it. I'm not going to. It's like, Kenny, you're a Yankee fan. Whenever I would watch the Yankees play Boston, and Boston would sit there and all the fans would scream, "Yankees suck. Yankees suck." Yeah. Dude, I hate the Yankees. But I'm like, you sound stupid. The Yankees are amazing. They were fucking the killers, and they say they suck. I just never got that. I don't mind breaking balls back and forth. One of my best friends is a Miami Dolphins fan. We have fun, but I'm not getting into a fucking fight with somebody over a fucking sports team.
They asked like military guys, like Delta Force and all these guys. They go, "What do you do in a street fight?" He goes, "I run. I don't want to fight." What the fuck are you fighting for? You know what I mean? I don't want to fight. I've been trained. I don't want to do it. It's gonna hurt. Exactly. Something's gonna happen. What the fuck are you doing? I apologize for stepping on your isotoner joke. I apologize.
Yeah, you fucking know that I was doing that, you douche.
I had no idea.
For anybody listening,
I saw it on your
that's
face.
a little younger, Dan Marino was a spokesperson for isotoner gloves.
Isotoner gloves, and I had no idea that was part of your Dan Marino passive aggressive rant to say something loud and everyone like you. But here's like the riot mentality. Oh, two things real quick. The riot mentality. Did you see they fucking booed Jerry Rice? They booed Jerry Rice.
When?
He was in the end zone pregame. And you know what he did? In his jacket pocket, he pulled out a wooden box and put all fucking 5 of his Super Bowl rings on his hand and gave them the finger. I totally forgot about that. He put
that was on
did
TV?
It slowly. Yes, absolutely. Slowly and methodically.
That's hilarious.
He put all the rings on and gave everybody the finger, all the Philly fans the finger, and walked into the tunnel. And if that ain't a FU, I don't know what is. You know what I mean?
And was this at a Philly at an Eagles game, or was this at the Super Bowl?
Yesterday.
No shit.
It was pregame. Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
pregame. I totally forgot to search it. I totally forgot about it. Yes. But he put all of his rings on. It was like, "Up yours." Gave him the finger. And they were like, "Oh, boo." They're booing Jerry Rice.
That's hilarious.
The greatest
I gotta see a
receiver
video.
of all
So
time.
funny.
Yeah. It's out there. So with your passive
the only Super Bowl stuff I saw today, and again, I'm not a football guy, I'm a wrestling guy. The only football thing I saw today was a bunch of people complaining because Vince McMahon was spotted at the Super Bowl.
Dude, did you see the owner's booth?
People think because he has legal issues going on right now, he shouldn't be allowed out in public.
Out in public, yeah.
Fucking break.
Dude, there was scattered. One, you had Taylor Swift all over the place. Two, you had a booth. There was.
Isn't she like anti-Trump and like her boyfriend or something? It's going to be great to have President Trump come to see the Super Bowl in person.
You know what? To be honest, I'm not sure. Trump was there. He was there in the other booth.
No. But she's an anti-Trumper.
No, she was. I don't know if she's.
They booed her too.
She endorsed Kamala Harris, so apparently that's a good enough reason to hate.
Did you see them booing her? And then she did a shot of tequila.
But specifically, the thing in the article I saw was that her boyfriend Travis Tracy, whatever Timmy, his name is Kelsey, was saying that it's going to be great to have Trump at the Super Bowl, and he's a great man. And she didn't vote for him, so supposedly she got a little perturbed at him saying that.
Oh,
yeah, probably. There was two of the booths, and one of them had the commissioner of the NFL.
The two booths.
The boots.
What is a boot?
One.
Did you say two boots?
Two boots. Two boots.
What is a boot?
They had our pal
what's a boot?
Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson, who's been on our show before, with Kevin Costner. Then next to it was a booth. Paul McCartney, Paul Rudd, Adam Sandler, the commissioner of fucking football, and sprinkling in a whole bunch of other shit. And you're like, this is a big to do. You know what I mean? Could you imagine if one of us ever made it?
Really?
I was like, hey,
you had to see that to know that the Super Bowl is a big to do. By the way, to do,
big
to
do. It was a real hullabaloo. There was a lot of hullabaloo going on at that Super Bowl.
Value,
value, yeah. And it's all value. Good one.
Yeah, I saw that too when they showed McCartney and when they showed Pete with
you're fucking next
Kevin
to a
Costner.
Beatle. You're next to a Beatle. You're next to fucking
Adam Sandler.
Captain Dunbar. Dunbar. Dancing with Wolves. That was his name.
Oh, you're talking about Kevin Costner.
Yes, but Paul McCartney, it's awesome. Anyways, one thing that I found out that people in a riot situation, when they get worked up, you have to tread lightly, okay? You have to tread lightly. I was at my friend, remember Cigar? Right, our pal Cigar, JoJo?
Of course.
Yeah. He's out in Pennsylvania now, trying to get recovery and stuff like that.
How's he doing?
He's doing great.
Doing all right?
He's doing great.
Good.
As far as I heard, he's doing great. His wedding, okay? I get a room. It was the same place my sister Christy had her wedding. So don't worry, Joe. Stop looking at your watch. I'll be done in 2 seconds.
Yeah. I want to go eat.
Yeah, I'm starving too. My stomach's growling.
So go ahead.
It's the same place my sister was. It's this little the venue is cool, and separate from it is the actual hotel where the rooms are. And they have a big hall, a wedding hall there, and then they have a separate building that has a smaller one with a bar. The ceiling's only like 6.5 feet tall. It's from like 18 something. You know what I mean? Some like Revolutionary War stuff. So it's a really cool place. So I rent a room. I go, I'm not going to drive all the way up north. I'm going to get a room and stay there. So everyone that I thought was going to stay there leaves. So now it's 11 o'clock, and there ne'er a fucking person from the wedding that's still there. So I take my suit off, I put my sleepy pants on, and I'm the one room at the end of the hall that has a sliding glass door. Downstairs, I hear a ruckus going on.
Freakish?
It's the other wedding, okay? And it's a sea of people. Okay? And I can hear them, and I just open it, and now we're 1 floor away, 8 feet away. So I'm on this little balcony, and I'm pointing down at them. And I'm in my sleepy pants. It's like Three Stooges pants and like a Yankee shirt. And I go, this is when the riot happens, when you realize you may have overstepped your bounds. I go, hey, all my friends, I paid $186 for this room, and all my friends fucking left, and you guys are making a lot of fucking noise. They all stop. Record skips. They're staring at me right there. And I go, keep the party going. Wah! They start clapping. It was all a bunch of fucking cops. It was all a bunch of cops. What a fucking stupid thing I did. So I went down in my fucking Stooges pants and had drinks with them until they started fighting. And they were running up and down the halls. But that could have gone really bad. Because I was drunk already. So I was just making a joke. I just wanted to be like, all my friends are gone. but keep the party going. I'm cool with it. And that's what I did. But when I tell you, you could probably hear like click, 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 like whoever was fucking carrying guns.
Yeah. Like Blazing Saddles. All of a sudden, there's just a bunch of guns drawn on it.
Blazing.
Where the white women at?
I had no idea it was a bunch of cops, but it could have got really ugly. But I was just being cool, like you know how you say, Marino, you were sucked in the thing, but you were passively aggressively making noise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
Yeah, exactly.
But Dan Marino was throwing a ball. He didn't have a 9mm. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
In his back pocket.
That you know of.
Yeah. There's
a
difference.
He did have a rocket for an arm. And he wasn't a shotgun.
Oh!
Shawnee,
tonight.
our producer, said, Kenny, that was all their body cams shutting off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. It could have gotten bad. It could have gotten real ugly. I just thought I was making funny, making it funny with the wedding.
Yeah, you
be
were
like,
just being goofy.
You guys are cool. You guys are cool with me. Don't worry about it. My friends left. They're a bunch of pussies. You guys keep partying.
Good.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It was all cops.
All right. Well, listen, I don't know. I felt like we didn't really do anything on this episode, but I felt like we did. You guys feel the same way? Like
we don't throw
but
anything.
there was a special.
Yeah.
But today was a special kind of doing nothing. But we ended up doing an hour and a half. Like
a couple of pals having a conversation. That's what I felt like.
Absolutely, man.
I had some good laughs.
It was fun. Yeah, no,
I learned a lot about football.
It was fun.
Since I didn't watch.
Yeah,
exactly. You learned all about it.
Hitting a bear in the ass with a banjo. You know what I mean? Ripping tits.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff we went through.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? Let's
let's end. How about this?
Go ahead.
Rockefeller Center. Good night. Thank you very much. The Blue Jays are high and tight.
Sean, can you,
Blue Jays.
Before we get out of here, Sean, can you play that commercial I sent you?
The Blue Jays are fighting the Cardinals, high and tight.
Just audio. You don't need. There's no video.
Oh,
you don't need the video. Just audio. Okay.
Hold on. Here it comes.
Car theft is on the rocks. In America, a car is stolen every 12 seconds. What can you do to protect your car? An expensive car alarm system won't protect your car from being stolen. The club won't protect the valuables inside your car. But a big black guy named Ben can.
Get away from the car, motherfucker.
For less than you'd pay for an expensive car alarm system, and even less than you'd pay for the club, you can get a big black guy named Ben to protect your automobile.
Get away from the car, motherfucker.
It's simple to use. Just leave the big black guy named Ben in your car whenever you get out, and he does the rest. Whenever anyone gets within 6 feet of your car, Ben simply gets out of the car and tells them,
Get away from the car, motherfucker.
Listen to these testimonials from people who use a big black guy named Ben.
It's always nice to have someone to ride with, although he really doesn't say much, just...
Get away from the car, motherfucker.
That's about it. I didn't get a big black guy named Ben to chat with. I got him to protect my car. It's the best investment I've ever made.
My neighborhood isn't that great. There have been a lot of car thefts. I can't tell you how many times I've heard...
Get away from the car, motherfucker.
Knowing that I've got a big black guy named Ben protecting my car lets me sleep better at night.
Call now, 1-800-1BIG-GUY. That's 1-800-1-BIGGUY. And instead of hearing this, you'll hear this.
Get away from the car, motherfucker.
I don't know what that thing was at the end there.
I've heard that before.
So yeah,
I don't know where I first heard it. I don't know where I first.
I think I remember.
My buddies.
It's good.
You would end people stealing packages off the front porch if you just wrote AIDS on each package.
Did you see the?
You know
did you see the person on? Did you see the video on Facebook? I think it was last week.
Nothing on that.
Where a guy? No, it's related to that. Where a guy dropped. He had pictures of. He mounted his TV wrong. It fell off the wall. It broke into a fucking million pieces. And he got a new one, and he put pictures of it, just saying like, "Oh, this is what I did. I'm an idiot." Blah blah. So he put the broken one in the box for the new TV, left it outside. Someone fucking stole it, thinking it was a brand new TV that got delivered.
No shit.
So he had his Ring doorbell video. He cut that clip out of it and put it on Facebook saying, "Thanks for taking my broken TV, you fucking asshole."
Thanks for taking my garbage out.
Yeah,
that's
basically what it
great.
was. Thanks for taking my garbage out, asshole.
Thanks for saving me from fucking bringing it to the fucking local dump in the recycled fucking thing. Oh, that's wonderful.
Nice way to move, you fentanyl-ridden zero.
Jesus Christ.
That's a better show title. Fentanyl-ridden zero.
You fentanyl-ridden zero. All right. Well, listen, you know what? We did nothing, but it was fun, I have to say.
Yeah.
So let's end this. And
Seinfeld did
Shawnee,
9
if you
years of
want
nothing
to-
on TV, and they had a blast.
Yeah.
So we're okay.
That's true. Yep. So
I have real quick. I have about 18 of these.
God.
But just to
Oh,
say,
okay, good.
Well,
Good.
just
Save
go
them for
one.
3 weeks from now. That'll be awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I've had these.
Thank you.
I've had these since the vernal equinox. All right.
Are these
since
rashes? What are we talking about here?
Well, yeah,
No,
we've had
these
one.
are-
18
I just want to give one, and here it is. This is remember
One what?
over and under,
You still
over and
what it
under,
was.
overrated,
Oh, okay.
underrated. Okay?
Okay.
Just to give you an idea of my list:
Forgot all about that.
scrambled eggs,
Uh,
overrated, underrated.
Underrated.
adequate, significantly correctly rated.
Or maybe perfectly rated, like Bill
Perfectly
Murray's
rated.
perfectly rated. Eddie Van Halen was
Gotcha.
perfectly rated.
There you go.
What are we doing?
right.
What are we doing with the eggs?
No. Just scrambled eggs. That's it. Just
Perfect.
Yeah, I
what,
love them.
what,
I
what
love
do you,
them.
Kenny, what is your list? What do you give him?
Oh, I do perfectly rated. I will almost do underrated because scrambled eggs are.
Yeah.
But there's an over easy thing too.
Scramby.
So I go perfect. Yeah, scrambled eggs. With the
Scramby, Dins, and
Scramby
Sam.
and you put them in a Sam.
Scramby.
Didn't even realize.
I'm
I
having
didn't,
scramby egg
didn't
Sam
even
for dinner.
realize I was going to do that.
Hey, listen, after I have my scramby eggs, I'm going to wait a couple hours and then I'm going to have some
Dins.
Sam's. And then right before, after
Scramby
Sam's,
eggs.
I'm going to have some Dins with my friend Rob. Oh.
Just
Hey,
so
Rob,
we're
it's
going to
Mike.
go.
You ready?
This is the last one. We're going to go over this next week. But right above scrambled eggs, overrated, underrated. You know what
Okay.
I have?
What?
Young Wesley Snipes.
Young Wesley.
That's my
Snipes.
list. That's how random my list is.
Oh my
Young
God,
Wesley
Young
Snipes.
Wesley Snipes.
Young Wesley Snipes.
Oh my
The
I'm
randomness is like
Yes.
scrambled eggs is the one thing on the list, and then right underneath that on his list is Wesley Snipes.
But not
Young
even
Wesley Snipes.
Young
Yeah, right,
Wesley
young
Snipes.
Wesley
That's what
Snipes.
makes it interesting.
I'm talking.
And Patrick
I'm
says-
talking. Major League. Blade Wesley Snipes.
Blade, yeah.
The
Patrick
fan.
says Kenny
The
is
fan with De Niro.
Kenny is referring to his Al Jolson album
So-
collection.
What
Oh,
what
mommy.
EP did he-
Mommy.
All right,
Mommy.
I've had enough of this. So,
Yeah,
Sean,
no.
just start playing the song. Just start playing it. Just
I'm
start
trying to
playing
get out of
it.
here
So
in
I'm
15
good.
minutes, and Kenny
My
said
stomach's
real quick-
growling, I'm
Yeah,
starving.
that was like 7:30.
Aku says
I gotta
with
eat.
or without pepper. It's got to be with pepper, right? Yes, with pepper.
With
All
pepper.
right.
The eggs, yeah.
And
Salt,
Yeah,
a
gotta
little
have
bit of
that.
salt.
And of course, this is our ending music, which is Swamp of the Universe by my cousin. And check him out on YouTube. It's T. Parisi. He's awesome. He's like, he writes all of his own stuff, plays all his own music, and creates a lot of good shit. So, thank you, everybody who listens, whether you're listening live or in podcast. Please, damn. All of a sudden, I got the frog in my throat.
You're sitting next to the litter box.
Yeah. Don't forget, if you're listening, Jesus Christ, it's all my. Damn. Don't forget to like the episode and subscribe to the channel and click the notification button. It'll remind you when the show will be on so you don't miss an episode. Okay? Thank you to Shawnee, our wonderful producer. We have a lot of old clips on our Facebook page, Conte and Kenny. We also have an Instagram, Conte and Kenny, and I think we have a TikTok. We're going to start building that hopefully soon. Aku says, I want to see Kenny's search history.
Yeah,
You know what?
random.
So do I. So
that
do
should be
I.
a whole. That'd be a whole episode
Yeah.
of 3 in our.
Yeah, just Kenny
so.
searching.
I'm in.
And,
I'm in.
And real quick, plug. I want to plug my my next show at Uncle Vinny's, which is going to be March 19th and 20th, Wednesday and Thursday. I'll be at Uncle Vinny's Comedy Club, headlining in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. Go to UncleVinny'sComedyClub.com and then follow us. Follow our social media. I'm Joe Conte Comic on social media, and Joey's what? The real Joey Image, right?
Correct.
All right. And Kenny, yeah, who cares? All right,
Smoke signals.
Smoke signals, exactly. All right, everybody.
Or pigeon.
We end every
Put a
show.
little note on the pigeon leg.
I'm talking right the fuck over you. We end every show the same way that our pal, the late great Otto Peterson, would always say goodbye, and that is, take care.